everybody. Hi, welcome to my channel, welcome to a new video. I'm so excited about this video. I'm starting a new series called Single and Waiting. When you look at my bio, that's what this channel was supposed to be. It was supposed to be fitness, travel, lifestyle, and like conversations about relationships, whether it be romantic, whether it be friendship, whether it be family. And I've just decided that today's the day that we're going to do this video and talk about being single and waiting on God for godly spouses, right? And or at least that's my journey, where I have been in relationships. I have a 14-year-old daughter, I'm 35, and I'm just like at a point where I'm like, I don't want to do this without God. I don't want to continue being in these relationships and having these conversations with guys or whatever it is, and they end up either with my heart being terribly broken or just where I'm feeling empty and depleted, right? So I want us to journey together as we start this video or this series. I want it to be a couple of videos where it must be like a thread throughout, where we have these videos every now and then where we sit down and we talk about relationships, how we grow them, how we build them, what to do, how to be in a relationship after you've been single for a long time, right? What it actually means to wait on God, right? Like I think about Sarah and I think about like Rachel, and I'm like, it must have been so hard waiting. And especially like I'm looking at Sarah, I'm like, it must have been so hard looking at other people being able to conceive, right? Other people being able to have babies, like Rachel, other people being able to conceive and carry on with your life, and you are the one that feels like it's stagnant for you. You are the one that feels like your prayers are not being answered and your cries are not being heard by God, right? So I think I wanted to just talk about that a little bit more, to say like how does waiting look like, right? For a Christian girl, how does waiting look like, and what are those things that are fundamental to us waiting? So I'd written down to like have like a list of the things that like this series will consist of. Like I want us to talk about, like, to thoroughly go into what celibacy means, right? Because celibacy is not, what did somebody call it? Celibacy is not just staying away. It is intentional. It's got it's spirit led. It is like for a specific purpose, right? It's not just abstaining. That's the word. It's not celibacy is not just abstaining, right? But it is just it encompasses God, or whatever reason you're doing it, right? It encompasses like a bigger purpose than just not having sex, right? And I just want us to talk about also like being lonely and single, right? I want us to talk about being again feeling unseen or unheard by God, because it's a real thing. Because honestly, waiting looks different for every one of us, right? What I find easy to do in my waiting, someone may feel it's very difficult. And for example, I found personally that my waiting has sometimes got me questioning if God actually wants to give me a spouse, right? Or if I should be doing more, right? Because sometimes when it's so silent, you feel like maybe I should be doing some more. Maybe I should be going on Tinder. Maybe I should be going on online dates, or whatever the case is. Sometimes we want to like make the ball roll because we're like, God is quiet and I want to move. So I think that's the biggest thing I've learned, to sit in the waiting and be silent and hear God and understand what I need to be learning, what I need to be growing, which areas I need to be growing in, and how to improve myself in general, right? Overall. So I'm creating this series so that we can share. So we can share how to go about feeling lonely, how to go about feeling unwanted or undesired, how to go about feeling horny or whatever it is, because it's all encompassing, right? It's all encompassing because we're also human and we also have feelings. Just because you're single doesn't mean that you're not experiencing feelings of being physically wanting, right? Or wanting a man, or whatever the case is. But I think I'm creating this video just as a series that will encompass all that, encompass us going through the journey of learning to love ourselves, so that when this right person comes, they find us in a spot where we are so sure of who we are. We're so sure of who we are in God. We're so sure of who we are as a woman or as a person, that or sure of who we are as a man, that when you get to this part and you are now engaging in a relationship, or you are now married, that you have found yourself and you are whole, to use for lack of a better word, you're whole. So I'm excited for us to talk about this. I'm excited for us to go through the journey together, and let's just discuss like what God has said about our lives, like what God has put into our hearts about where we are, about our relationships, about what needs to happen, right? And to get inspiration from the word, from the people in the Bible that actually waited on God, right? And it yielded good results, because I feel like no waiting is in vain, especially if you're waiting with God about a certain promise, right? It never is in vain. So this is just going to be a series where we talk about relationships, and the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the really exciting parts of it, right? And like I said, this is not going to be like I said woo me video, but it's also going to be like we're also going to be talking about things that are great about being single, right? Things that we can do, things that we can work on, things that we can explore, things that we can journey on while we are waiting for our godly spouses, right? As you guys know, I'm on my get fit and sexy journey, but it's more than that. It gets fit and sexy in my bank account, get fit and sexy in my mind as well. So it's all around, all encompassing spiritually, whatever it is. I want to be in a best position to be someone that is desired, right? To be someone that somebody would be like, that's a price. And not to say that there needs to be something added onto me to be the price or to be desired, but I feel like there's no harm in being the best version of who you can be, or be the best version of what God has called you to be. I feel like there's no downside to that, right? It can only yield great results. It can only be good for you to be the best version of what God has called us to be. So I'm excited about this video, and I look forward to seeing your comments and you sharing it, and you guys sharing your stories. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, guys, see you on the next video. Bye.